Hello guys and welcome to the first video on the TSVideo channel. I'm Tom and this first video is about installing Ubuntu onto a virtual machine in Hyper-V. So we're going to get straight into it, and if you haven't already, you're going to want to download Ubuntu from the Ubuntu.com website. If you go to Ubuntu.com and click on desktop, you'll be able to download the Ubuntu desktop from there. I've already got the ISO, so that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to click on, first what I'll do is I'll go into Virtual Switch Manager. So if your virtual machine needs access to the internet, you're going to want to click on Virtual Switch Manager, click on External, and click Create Virtual Switch, and that'll create this. And I gave it the name to Internet because that's basically what it is. It gives your virtual machines, all of them in this list, access to the internet if you set it up correctly. So now we've created that, that's literally all you have to do. Give it a name, say Internet or something like that, and that'll work perfectly fine. So straight up, we're going to go straight into it. Virtual machine, new virtual machine, and then it'll sort of run you through the information. So the virtual machine, we're going to call it Ubuntu desktop. I'm going to leave it as generation 1. I know this is supported with Ubuntu 64-bit, so we're just going to leave it as that for now. I don't actually think generation 2 is supported with Ubuntu, so we're just going to leave it as generation 1. This is where you allocate the memory of the machine. So here I'm going to actually give it an extra gigabyte of memory, so that gives it 2 gig of memory. If you've got a lot of memory to spare, you can give it some more. If you haven't got much at all, you can limit it down to 512 megabytes or something like that, and it should still run absolutely fine. Just obviously a little bit slower. So we're going to click next there. Okay, so this is where we select the switch that we made earlier. So we made a switch to connect the machine to the internet, and that's exactly what that is there, connection to the internet. So let's hit next. Okay, so this is the hard drive for the machine, and it's going to store it here, so you can change that location if you wanted to, and it's going to be called Ubuntu Desktop. So we're going to set a size for the machine. Now I think Ubuntu recommends about 6 gigabytes for the actual installation, so we're going to give it 12. I mean, 127 is a lot, but we don't need to give it that much, so 12 gigabytes should be fine. Obviously, if you're going to be storing videos on the machine or something like that, you're going to want to increase the size of it. So that's perfect, that should work fine. Okay, so here we're going to select the ISO that we downloaded earlier from the Ubuntu page, and we're going to select it in here. So we're going to select install an operating system from a bootable CD DVD-ROM, and then we're going to select image ISO. So if we hit browse, the one that I've downloaded here is Ubuntu 16.10 desktop. So that's the latest version at the minute. So we're going to double click that. So that's gone straight into there, and we'll hit next. And basically what this is a summary of all you've just set up. So it's called Ubuntu desktop. It's generation 1 machine, 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's connected to the internet, and it's stored, on your drive where you've selected, and it's going to boot from this thing here. So we'll click finish. It'll create that up real quick, create all your drives, and then what we'll do is we'll click on connect. That gives you this screen. So what we'll do now is we'll turn it on. What should happen is it should boot you straight into your Ubuntu machine, which is exactly what it has done. There we go, it's better. So we can't use our mouse anymore, so we're going to have to use the keyboard. So the first thing you're going to do is select language. Yeah, English, that's absolutely fine. We don't want to try Ubuntu, we want to install it straight to the machine because it's a virtual machine. There's no point in trying it, you may as well just install it. It's not going to hurt anything. So we're going to hit install. So you can see Ubuntu is just loading up now. This may take a while, and what I'll do is I'll just shorten the sequences by speeding them up after when editing. think we just got an error. Don't know though. Ah, no, we're looking okay. So I thought that errored out, but I think we're actually fine. We should still be able to install Ubuntu to the machine. So yeah, so this is the installation procedures, and we can use the mouse now because it's got a graphical user interface. So if we click continue on English, what I will do is download the updates. Like I said, and that's exactly what I do. And this will also install stuff like drivers and stuff like that. So I'm going to select that as well, and it's going to just install sort of everything on setup. It means any sort of devices that you might have will just work automatically. You won't have to install drivers and stuff like that. Sometimes you might do, but you know, most of the time it should download them if you select the third-party software. Okay, so because we just created a new machine, you can erase disk and install Ubuntu because that's all we need to do. There's nothing on the disk is empty. So we'll do that, and we'll select continue on there. Okay, so this is the time zone. That's fine, London. Okay, so this is the keyboard layout. English UK is absolutely fine. There's no other keys on here, so if you wanted to detect it, you could do, but that's absolutely fine. So here we're going to set it up. Here you can put in whatever you want. I'm just going to call it admin -virtual machine. That'll do perfectly. And yeah, the username is going to be admin. I'm just going to set a password up for it now. And I've just knocked my mic over. Don't worry about that. I'm just going to pop my mic back in there. There you go. You're back in there. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I'm going to set it to require a password. Username you entered is reserved by the system. Okay, so you'll have to use a different username. I'll just select the top. So actually, no, we don't want machine to be called that. So what we'll do is we'll call the machine Ubuntu virtual machine. And that's absolutely fine. I'll leave it as that. Okay, so what it's doing now is just copying the files over. If I select this button here, we'll be able to see literally everything it's doing in the command line. But we don't need to see this, so what I'll do is I'll just skip straight over this. Okay, so that looks just like it's installed. So what we're going to do is put the mouse back on and hit restart now. It should literally restart the virtual machine. It shouldn't take too long. But let's watch it. This will probably boot us up straight into Ubuntu. Should ask me to put a password in when it comes up. Guess we've got a mouse. That's a good start. And there we go. Look, so that's asked me to put a password in. And it should log me straight into Ubuntu for the first time. Might be a little bit slower, just sort of first logging on and stuff like that. And there we go, it's logged me on, finally. So, gives you a little pop-up with keyboard shortcuts, we don't need to know any of them. If we come up here, we should be able to see the network connection, so it's got a wide connection. And what we'll do is we'll run Firefox. It is running a bit slow because it's only got one core attached to it, so but it's absolutely fine, it should still run. And we'll just have a look at the this is basically the drive, so you can see the installation and stuff. It's basically set up like a normal sort of Windows. Close that down, select your file explorer, and we'll literally just to test the internet, we'll go to google.com. Goggle.com, not there. Like I said, it's running a little bit slow, whether that's because it's the first time it's been started up or whether it's just because it's got one core of processing speed, not well off processor attached to it. That might be half the issue. So we'll close that down, and as you can see, we have one Google page. So a virtual machine connected to the internet, and I guess that's just wanting to download the Flash plugin. So there you go, all done. So this will allow you to install sort of anything you wanted onto the Ubuntu machine. Thanks for watching. This has been TSVideo. Please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.